Hey everybody, this is Cyrock. Again, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2 as the River Kings in the Game of Thrones mod. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the call.
Like in the same way it does in regular Crusaders Kings?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually it's somewhat less beneficial in this one because you cannot force your vassals to convert with you.
And would there be a good reason to do it?
You're thinking about turning old gods?
No, he's thinking of going R'hllor,
And which one's that?
Lord of Light.
Oh, okay.
That R'hllor is a really powerful religion. Let me find a character who has it,
Alright.
so you can read what its effects are. Oh, go. So you see across the sea from us to the east, you see the Teal country.
And the coast, Mother's Valley.
No, it's
the big one.
Yes, it's actually Pentos, but it's a tributary of Valyria. But
Gotcha.
Yes, where Valyria is written.
Oh, dragon hatching, dragon taming.
Hair this dude has.
Huh?
Anyway. Well, he's a nice blue. Let's see.
The flaming red heart means R'hllor. So, if you see the flaming red heart, you've clicked on the right person.
Woman may own temple holdings. The Lord men can take with 7 lovers, slaves, or captives, or his concubines. Multiple high priests is wow, a lot of powerful shit. They can grant the high priest can grant divorces.
Now, if you want to check out what currently, you are Faith of the Seven. So if you go on yours, you can read what you get from that. Almost everyone in Westeros is Faith of the Seven.
Except for Chris.
Yeah, and the North.
Considering that you're going to be going pretty much exclusively north, you may eventually want to end up going old gods.
Oh, but then I wouldn't be unique.
No, I mean him.
I know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, then you could go Handles, and I'll go the fire dude.
But the game is paused, right?
Yeah.
That's weird. It's got an additional notification.
I like the rude trait.
Oh yeah.
That's a real good notification. A really good icon.
I'm considering taking this.
Old gods?
No.
Oh. Okay.
What are the negative consequences of this?
Everyone in Westeros would hate you.
Fuck it. Okay, how boring. I don't want to jail the dude.
What the hell? It didn't give me the county. Gave me a city. All that work.
Dang. Alright, so, alright, I forget. Am I taking the veil, or are you taking the veil?
At the moment, we're not doing anything with the veil because the veil would kick our ass.
Yeah, I mean, like, ultimately.
Ultimately, we're probably going to take whoever we can.
Okay.
I don't want to divide up the kingdoms quite yet because the veil probably will end up being Steve's just based on where it's located.
Okay.
I think it will end up being easier for him to take it.
Remember how our game went out of sync last time?
Yeah.
So I'm getting a bunch of notifications that I should have gotten throughout the entire time I was out of sync.
Wow.
Wow.
That's why I'm getting this all now.
I'd like to see that, actually.
Give me a minute while I figure this out. I can read them to you if you want.
No, I'd rather see it. I don't care to hear it.
Well, how would you want to see it?
Take a screen cap, I don't know. Or don't, whatever.
This is a lot of work. I mean, it doesn't look that crazy. It's not like it's filling up the whole screen. They're just all on top of each other. So it's gonna take a second to go through these.
Yeah, I've never played R'hllor yet, but I've seen a bunch of R'hllor nations, and they tend to get pretty powerful.
So there's a huge war in Valyria. I guess that's how the tributary was made.
Yeah. Well, you see the okay, so in Essos, which is the eastern continent, there's the big countries closest to us are that have Valyria over them. They're what are called the free cities. So, in the lore, they were established by the Valyrian freehold as colonies, but they're given the right to self-government. So, despite so even though they are technically part of Valyria, they are essentially independent nations. So the closest thing is tributary.
Does Valyria have any real correspondence?
Real what?
Any real world
Rome.
Rome? Okay. Like regular Rome or Byzantium?
Regular Rome.
Okay.
For more real world correspondence, if you look at the eastern Valyria, the part where they have all those small kingdoms,
Right.
that corresponds to Carthage.
Or the purple one that's called Karth.
Oh yeah, that's Arabic for city. So
We built this city. Alright, any more time? You wanna...
No, I'm good. I got through all the stuff.
oh, so Steve, one thing about this start is the map is actually somewhat different. Like if you actually look at the mini map corresponds to how the map normally looks when you play the base model.
I noticed it looked a little bit different from what I was seeing.
Yeah, the biggest thing
Like,
is that the Valyrian Peninsula is in one piece at this start.
Right, and this island down here, I mean, if you look at the minimap, it's one island. And here,
Yeah.
too.
You sure you're not looking at
The
it
sea level
backwards?
must have- Did the sea level change at some point, or?
Okay, so in the heartland of the Valyrian Peninsula, there are 14 volcanoes. About, I want to say, 400 years before the show starts, all 14 of those volcanoes erupted at once and ripped the peninsula apart.
Okay.
It's referred to as the Doom of Valyria. It's said that the temperatures got so hot that
I forgot we're playing. Sorry, I forgot we're playing in like old timies.
yeah.
And so like when you said regular Rome exists, I was thinking of like contemporary Game of Thrones lineage, like, and like there's just a regular Rome there, like, oh, that's strange. And then now I get it, because we're 1,000 years in the past, right?
Yeah.
So what about this island down here? That's what I want to know. What?
The island is not actually an island. It's a continent, but it's extremely inhospitable. So most people only get to the areas you.
Alright, it's cool if I unpause.
Yeah, I'm totally good with that.
Alright, because I'm attacking a dude.
Can't believe after all that work we went through, I only got that.
Okay, so what are we doing? Because keep in mind I've been out of sync for a while, so my armies are kind of scattered about.
Oh, we won the war, so you want to send your armies back. Sorry, I forgot how out of sync you.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I'm sending it back. I think I'm gonna be going after the crossing next.
That's a good county. Actually, in this start, I don't know if it is. Let me check. Oh, it's not bad. So in the base mod, the Crossing is an amazing county because of the castle there. It hasn't been built yet at this point, so you won't see it. Instead, you see the Cross Fort.
Okay.
And Chris, you're really
The-
echoey. You think there's anything to do about that?
I'm not really getting that.
Could you pause it? Let me try turning down some sound on my.
Okay. So, a dragon just spawned.
Hey, good for her.
Okay, any better?
Nope.
Yeah, I think it might be your speakers or something, John, because I'm not getting
I'm not hearing
really
any.
that much of an echo out of Chris.
Sure. It's like it's not going through my mic or anything.
Well, I'm not really getting an echo out of it.
I'm not getting anything from you though either.
Maybe it's Steve's speakers. Like I'm echoing through his.
Yeah, that might be it.
That's actually a high possibility. Let me move my Well, I'm moving my speaker. And my speaker, my microphone. I'm sorry. It's wrong device. So I moved that back. Is it helping at all, John?
Chris, say something.
Let me say something. Anything?
Yeah, I still hear it.
Well, I don't know how to fix it. My headphones are broken.
Sounds good now.
It sounds good now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's because I moved my mic
Okay. Cool.
further from the speaker.
All
I'm
right.
probably gonna be a little bit louder though, because it's gonna sound louder to you because I moved the speaker closer to my face.
That's fine.
Further away from the. I'm not the yeah, the microphone closer to my face.
All right. Go down. Pause.
Yeah. So, Steve, I realized why I thought you would be stronger than you are. I was taking into account what that duchy gets when the old stones has been rebuilt.
The dragon died a sickly infant.
Yeah, since Valeria's still around, you're gonna get those pop-ups a lot, so I just click the don't bother me whenever I see one.
Okay. What's a septon?
A church.
Sept is a church.
Hmm.
I don't have anybody who can take the.
Hey, Steve, could you try muting your mic for a minute? And then, Chris, could you talk or something?
Well, I'm hearing an echo from you, John.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, one sec. I'm gonna be muting it. You'll know because I'm about to make this humming sound, and when it abruptly stops, the microphone will be muted.
All right.
It's gonna go.
Okay, do you hear anything, John?
You talking?
Stuff, things, happening, anything?
Sounds totally fine.
Yeah, it's Steve. That's
Gotcha.
yeah, it's echoing through you, Steve.
Okay, well, there's not too much I can do about that because I don't have any headphones.
Yeah.
Did you turn down your speakers, maybe?
Then I won't be able to hear you. Let me see. I'll turn them down a little bit, but there's not much I can. I can move them further back, away from the microphone. I can move the microphone to another spot. Let's see. How about now?
Anything, John?
You sound pretty good.
Yeah.
Anything from
And
me?
I'm not getting echo from you, so.
Alright.
Can you hear me very well? Or?
I can turn you
Yeah.
up.
Okay, cool.
It's just on my side.
How do I do that again?
Just right click on someone's name, and then there's like a user
Oh.
volume.
Okay.
Oh, a little echo
I'm
now.
gonna unpause the game.
Alright, yeah.
Actually, one sec. I'm gonna pause the game real quick and make it a T. That way I don't get too sleepy. Right there. Okay. I'm back. The tea water is boiling. Okay.
Okay,
Let's
so
catch up
John,
with each of our plans.
so John and Steve, here's something that you should probably know, since this is something that's likely going to affect you two,
Mm-hmm.
particularly Steve. So, you'll notice that there are some counties near you that are listed as ruins.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a ruin you have to colonize. So in order to do that, you have to.
Ugh.
Oh, you
Oh, what
lost
the fuck?
Steve. How did we lose Steve? We weren't even running.
Yeah, I
Maybe
don't
the
know.
game got
That's
tired
very
of his
weird.
echoes as well.
Okay, well, ruins. You have to invest 1,000 gold into colonizing, and then you get an extremely unprofitable holding.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll probably have to send more money to bail them out of famine or stuff. And if they are sieged, they will revert to ruin. But if you can keep the ruin going long enough for it to be repaired, then you get that county fully integrated into your realm, and it's probably a really good.
Cool.
Like, take Old Stones for example. The base holding of Old Stones is identical to River Run.
Hmm.
Driftmark, the one by you,
Mm-hmm.
they have unique ports. So getting that county gives you a massive increase to your fleet size.
Hmm.
And also there's, depending on the ruin, there's some events or some items or things that you can unearth in them, depending on where they are, what culture holds them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'm unpausing the game real quick.
Alright.
Let's see what happens. Chris,
mm,
is there anything less stable about the online version of it?
not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Because this isn't something that's been issued during our regular games, Rive DC.
Well, it's happened occasionally, but not.
Well, I mean, you've desynced a couple of times. I have desynced maybe once or twice. If like there was some kind of internet issue.
Mm-hmm.
But to my knowledge, there's no internet problem right now with me. Oh man, I got cramps.
Yeah.
It's no fun.
Well,
Also,
I
have
captured my
nobody's
first province.
envious. Okay, my tea water is boiling. I'm not gonna pause it. Actually, I'm gonna pause it.
Okay, John, remember,
Mm-hmm.
in order to make a duchy title, you have to directly hold land in there.
Gotcha.
So you're gonna have to evict one of the clawmen.
Gotcha.
So pick the one you like the least.
I can't revoke anything right now from this first guy, so we'll see. Alright, I should probably
Well,
take
the
it
thing
from...
is that when you press a claim, like an actual claim that you fabricated,
Mm-hmm.
you have the option of making that the person who holds it, making them your bannermen or taking the land.
Okay. When you
So-
have a claim on someone that you... that's already your vassal?
No.
Period?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's either you get a CB to take their land, or to make them a bannerman.
You decide at the end of the war.
Okay.
This is very useful if you want to take a duchy. Well, you have to be a king first.
Alright.
I am big.
Because if you make the High Lord your bannerman, you get everyone who's sworn to him.
Alright. Did you change up your sound settings or something, Steve? Like where your microphone, your speakers? Because this wasn't a problem before.
They were in the same position they've always been.
Weird.
Now my microphone is as far away from the speakers as it can possibly be.
And what kind of mic do you use? Like a standing mic?
It's not a standing mic. I mean, it's like just a little three-pronged thing.
Hmm.
It's not meant for recording or anything. It's mainly meant for like speaking. I need a new spy master. Oh no no! Oh my god!
Oh. Hmm. Do I have to make my uncle just a car? Okay, this is really annoying. It's like it's making me make my uncle the Justicar. And he has like, and everyone in my council owes him favors.
So my spy master hates me.
Yeah, you may want to fix that.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's the only one with any decent spying skills.
I think it'd be
Actually,
better
I
if you were to
wonder-
make your dude the guy that you essentially have in the position to murder people, not hate you.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't wanna. go for the crossing.
Why does it require my uncle to be on my council?
I don't know. Never forced
I
me
gotta
to.
pause it. I'm like getting just an incredible amount of pop-ups right now.
Like every time I resign counselor for my uncle, who's my Justicar, I get a pop-up. To which position would you like to assign my uncle? And my only option is the Justicar. And if I make someone else a Justicar, it just kicks that other guy out.
Like I said, I've never seen that.
Apparently, I also can't make my...
So my spy master, the former spy master, is now in jail. He tried to murder one of my bosses. Okay. Can now unpause the game.
Oh, that's weird. It's just constantly making my uncle the Justicar.
Well, I guess he's your Justicar then.
So I don't have how do I get a cast spell in this game?
Same ways you normally would. I believe you can also get some if you're in blood feuds. You probably have enough. You could probably declare war on the crossing.
Nope. Well, wait, now I can. Okay, for a while I couldn't before.
Oh, there's a weird glitch. Which sometimes it won't let you declare war, but you just gotta wait a couple days for the weak claims to reset. And then you can.
So the Prince of the Reach has been imprisoned? I think the King of the Reach was overthrown.
Probably.
Interesting.
Yeah, he was. They put his son on the throne.
Gotcha.
I wish it wouldn't tell us every single time a new dragon appeared.
You can just click the "Don't bother me with these details" and it won't.
Oh, really? And it will
Yes.
stop doing it permanently?
No, for that character.
Oh, okay. Okay, I gotta pause it once again because I cannot get my troops to move. That means we're going to probably have to restart the game.
Okay.
It's probably because of the sync.
Yeah. I'm fine with that. You okay with that, John?
About restarting if we need to?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Well, I don't see any other. I mean, if I start a war and then can't, move them. Okay, so we're gonna restart the desktop, right?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
That's how the game works. Or doesn't.
Why is that a thing?
It's because of the checksum, because every time you do something, it changes.
Okay, I'm gonna save and quit.
Alright.
I guess I shouldn't save and quit. Save and get it. But
Yeah, I'll quit too so I can get started on this restart.
yeah, I'm gonna start
Okay.
the game back up right away.
Well, I guess this is a good time if any of you have any questions. Because I know I have undoubtedly forgotten to explain stuff.
I don't know. I'm just getting really annoyed by the echo.
Doesn't look like there's anything that can be done.
Keep talking, and I don't think Steve's there at the moment.
I am.
Okay.
I'm here. Oh, fuck. Then you just hit load game by accident. And there you go. We start the whole game again.
Okay, so I guess I could explain this for Steve. In Westeros, there are 4 big ethnic groups. 3 of them are on the mainland, and then are in the islands. They're the Ironborn, and they're kind of awful. In fact, Steve, your castle, Seaguard, was specifically built to kill Ironborn. There's in the city of Seaguard, there's, instead of a lighthouse, there's a bell tower. Which the bell is rung whenever anybody in the port sees an Ironborn longship approaching. And it's large enough that the bell can be heard anywhere in the city. It's called the Booming Tower.
Okay. So the Ironmen, who are they?
They're
the Danes.
pretty much. They're basically Vikings. They're native to that little archipelago, and that archipelago is dirt poor.
Stone poor. Iron poor.
It has pretty much no natural resources, so in order to sustain their population, they raid. And they raid everyone. And for most of their history, their boats were unmatched by anyone in Westeros, so they could get away with it. At one point, they ruled the entire western coast from Bear Island in the north to the Arbor, which is the island that's south of the Reach.
Holy shit. So, I have to interrupt you for a second. I just got a text from Grubhub.
From what?
From Grubhub.
Oh, okay.
So I ordered a meal from Grubhub. And, basically, what happened is that 2 hours later, it still hadn't arrived. So I called the restaurant. They did not respond to the call. So, after several more calls, I decided to call Grubhub, their customer service. They have a number helpfully posted there. The robot that answered the phone said that I should call the restaurant. I remind you, it was not answering my call. So then I went on to the customer service there at using the text version on the computer. So I typed in. I said what happened, the full refund, because by this point I was not gonna get this food. And so it said, this guy named Ramesh answered. And he's like, give me 1 second to get back to you. And then I said, sure thing. And then it said, Ramesh has left the chat. He never came back.
Huh.
So I had to call my bank. I had to call my bank. This is 2 days. No, this is yesterday. Not today. Yesterday. I had to call my bank and have them dispute the
payment.
the payment, right? So I get my money back. So I just got a text from Grubhub, and I will read it now.
And don't give away your address or anything.
No, it doesn't. Grubhub here. Tell us about your order from Redacted.
Huh.
Reply, stop these texts. Was the food good? In parentheses, yes, / no.
Huh. So it sounds like the place that you ordered from was just a front.
No, I've ordered them many times. They had a gas leak, turned out. Later, that was what happened.
A what?
They have 2 other places.
Gas leak.
Oh, okay.
So nobody was there, but never. Grubhub was never notified, apparently.
Huh. Alright, you loading the game, Steve?
I ate a lot of Ruffles that day. Yeah, I'm loading it up.
Yeah, so the Ironborn once had 14 kings. There's 7 islands, and each of them had 2 kings. 1 king that ruled the land, and 1 king that ruled the sea around the island. And then they would elect a high king of the archipelago. This practice was ended when the Grey Iron King killed the other 13 kings.
Huh.
The Grey Irons then got killed by the Horrors with the help of Andal invaders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, killed by who?
Hor. It's Hoare.
Okay. Sorry.
They're the house
I thought I
It's a-
missed a point in this story.
It's an important question to ask in a Game of Thrones lore thing.
Yeah, it actually is. They're actually the king that are holding it now. They aren't full Ironborn. They're essentially they're of mixed descent of Ironborn and.
Okay, real quick. So here's something interesting. Everything that happened since I synced, I'm having to redo every single choice I made.
Huh.
Wow.
Or no, slightly different. But this is very strange. One sec.
Alright.
Well, this is the best part. So all the decisions I made are still true,
Mm-hmm.
but I have to redo them. So it's asking me to jail this man who's already jailed for the same reason that he was jailed for.
Huh.
That's great.
He's going to answer for this. Lord Leslin is now safely locked away in the dungeon, awaiting his fate. He was already there.
You've locked his dungeon in a dungeon.
They put like another bar there just to spite him. They arrested him again. Okay, let's see.
Oh, there's a great line in the second book where
Wow, this is really glitched. I'm like having to do every single decision I made since almost since we started.
wow,
Hmm.
John, there's a great line in the second book when it's part of Bran's narration. He's talking about the Umbers,
Mm-hmm.
specifically the uncles of Great John. And he recounts the story that old man told him about how Crowfood Umber got his name, but he remarks that she would never tell him the story of how his brother Horsebane got his.
Hmm. Oh, well. A strange red priest from Essos has appeared at my court. They talk of a god R'hllor, the god of light, heat, and life, and its antithesis, the god whose name should not be spoken, the god of ice and death.
That's the same thing that I got earlier.
Wait, you got a pop-up for it?
Yeah.
Alright, you didn't actually say that.
Yeah, if you're on the coast, you can get pop-ups for it.
Hmm. I have a smaller realm.
I have good news. My diarrhea stopped.
That's good news for everyone involved.
Hmm. I don't know. If I do this, like, everyone will hate me.
Yep.
That's why I didn't do it. There are some good benefits to it, though.
Yeah, it's a really powerful religion.
How boring. Yes.
You could do it. I didn't. So if you want.
I don't know if I.
It'd make it hard to get marriages.
Yeah. I'll probably. Yeah, I don't think I want to do that.
Are you already married?
I am, but I don't have any. Yeah, my kids wouldn't be able to get marriages very easily.
I don't see why not, really. And actually, for me too, in a way, it wouldn't matter too much. So if you want to do it, I'd say go ahead. However, it would have been really awesome if we both had done it.
Yeah.
Because then we'd be able to be,
Well, then our family would be able to marry.
The new god.
So, is there a reason that there's not anything on the Isle of Faces?
Yes. Because it's uninhabited.
Okay. Is there a reason it's uninhabited?
Yes, because it's considered a sacred place. It's essentially lined with god's woods that all have the face carved in them.
Alright.
And initially the Andals were too scared to go there. Because the face trees terrified them. That's why they chopped everyone they could find down.
Hmm.
But they were too afraid to go to the island. And eventually they calmed down enough to listen to the reason why nobody went to the island, and they agreed to respect it.
Gotcha. Apparently someone's trying to kill me.
They do that.
Hey, go to government. It's pretty interesting, actually.
Great Gallows Raiders. The dude with the green beard. Pirate Lord Huaquero. Aquario.
Yeah, there's a couple new governments for the mod.
Well, also, look how much of it's immersed in the Republic.
Yeah, that's because those are the free cities.
Valeria?
Yeah, Valyria is too. It's the freehold.
Oh.
It's called free because they have no king. Instead, it's ruled by every landholder. There are some that are more powerful than others. Those are the Dragon Lords. Should be pretty obvious why they're called that.
And, like, why did Martin think it was a good idea to make it so that there was a people that had green hair?
Is this real? Is it in the books?
Yeah, they have really brightly colored hair.
Like, stupid, brightly colored hair.
And Ted complains every episode because Dario Naharis doesn't have blue hair.
Oh shit!
It's like Martin
I
was...
found another bug.
What?
Your Grace, we have taken B-Crossport.
Yeah, that's because I told you the castle that's supposed to be there
Hasn't been
hasn't been built yet. So the name of the placeholder castle not fully implemented apparently.
Okay.
Oh boy. Alright, and to form the kingdom, I need,
You need a second duchy title.
yeah.
I don't think the claw can be made.
Really?
I think there has to be no empires in Westeros for it to be able to be made.
Alright, I just need to do the found a new kingdom one, and it will automatically give me the cool kingdom name, or do I have to call it
No.
something?
I'm no longer in sync.
Ugh. Try again. Hopefully don't have to reload the game again.
Just gonna blame Magic Pie for this.
Is he in jail yet?
No.
Okay, John.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you want to see the requirements for the Cool Kingdom, go to Find Title and type in the Dusklands.
Okay. Interesting. The one word?
2
Yeah, the
words.
troops can move. That's the good news.
Dusklands. I don't find anything.
Not Dusklands, the Dusklands.
The Duskland. Okay, the is very important. Good job.
Yes, the is very important in this game. Sometimes a duchy title will not have the, but the kingdom title will, and you gotta remember which ones those are. Like Brimstone in Dorne is one of them.
That's
the
annoying.
kingdom has the, but the duchy does not.
Alright, I just need, oh, come on.
Yeah, so do not take the decision. Make it like a title.
Okay.
That's what it is.
That's so weird. Alright. Just all I need is number of titles of tier lord held is greater or equal to 2.
Yep, so that's 2 duchy titles.
Alright. Weird. It's kind of weird that it can't be made. That it's not like the de jure thing in the Trident or whatever.
It's because essentially all of these petty kingdoms are considered part of the realm of the River King.
Yeah.
But the River King was often not powerful enough to solidify his realm.
Alright.
So if there was a River King, or a King of the Trident at this point, and you had the Dusklands and he vassalized you, he could just strip that title away from you, and it would just be destroyed and would not be able to be made again unless you got into.
Independence?
Yeah.
And so my aunt is trying to murder me.
They do that.
How do I get a Septon?
A septon?
Septon?
It's a church. You just build one.
We gotta build one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can also hire a holy man.
I'm gonna do that if I can. So, is there a naval battle in this?
No.
No.
Because it's Crusader Kings. And people don't fight on boats in Crusader Kings. It's literally impossible.
They just sail past each other and say, "Good day, sir."
Yep. They're very polite.
They shake their hands a little bit, maybe. That's most
If you're a pirate and you sail past someone, you might steal money from them.
At least that makes it a little more. Whose idea was to be like, nope. No pirate, no fighting, no fighting on boats.
I like to think that was like the exact like memo. Like it went out, like there was an email. So, what's the plan with naval battle? And this is nope. What's the response? Naval combat's not gonna be it.
The only reason I could think of is that they just wouldn't want to because it'd be difficult. Because it's like, no one fought on boats in the medieval era. Of course they did. Calm down.
I mean, it wasn't that. I guess naval battle probably wasn't that. I'm not really sure much about naval battle in the medieval period.
No, it was there.
Or I mean, I'm sure it was there, but it's not
Vikings.
something I've thought about as much.
Yeah, not
But,
as much.
It certainly existed.
And
Not
we're
like
also,
everybody just forgot how that works.
except they have naval battles in Europe Universalis 4.
Because by that point, everyone had remembered how boats worked, John.
Yeah,
You're
they were
right.
like, "Oh,
The
right,
entire
we
Renaissance
can
was
use
actually
these
just
things,
about
we can
killing
use these
people
weapons."
while on boats. Silly me.
But I think the best part is really the pirate thing still makes no sense because what are they threatening them with? It's literally impossible to assault them. Why would they give them money?
You rammed their boat?
But that's considered combat, and you can't do that. Against the
You can't do it.
rules. Boat fighter, boat fighter.
Oh! What the hell? Okay. We're gonna have to restart the game again.
What happened?
My troops don't move.
Okay.
This has gotta be something that is related to the Game of Thrones mod. I can't imagine this because this has not happened anytime I played the vanilla Crusader Kings.
Okay. Everyone check to make sure you've got everything enabled.
Like, define everything enabled, what do you mean?
The base mod and the sub mod.
Yep, I have that.
That's the only thing I can think of. I'll check too. Maybe I didn't.
Are you still hearing me echo, Chris?
Yeah, kind of.
It's my mic, but I can't move it any further away from.
Can you turn the mic down, maybe? I can play with your volume as much as I need to.
Let me see what I can do. Where's my mic? And I do have both mods online. Let's see.
I will, real quick, just look. I'm make real certain that I have it enabled. All right.
I don't have any problems with this mod when I play it by myself.
It has to be something related to its internet.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I've got a Game of Thrones checked and
Well,
Roy
what's
Schwartz.
interesting is that it's not happening to either of you. It's happening to me. So that's another thing. I'm not sure why that would be though. Because it's not slower than normal.
And you've desynced while we weren't doing anything.
Right. And we're playing at speed 1.
I'm gonna look.
Well, no, I was gonna say it should on the other hand, they happened last time too, so I don't think that's gonna be
I see someone from like a year ago posted on Reddit asking if the latest version of the mod is unstable for multiplayer. I instantly get out of sync at certain mod events. I trial by combat? Yeah, I'm not getting anything that came up. Not really getting anything that's come up in the past year about any issues.
Okay, I turned on my microphone.
Okay.
No, that's only turning on my volume. It's not gonna do much.
Well, you still hearing an echo from me, John?
Yeah.
How about now?
I'm saying stuff.
It's less of an echo.
Well, that's progress.
Can you hear me much?
You're fine.
Okay, so the good news is that there's less of an echo. Bad news is that the
There's
microphone
still-
is now set to 1. So the lower part, it can go lower, but then I will be inaudible. So let's see what I can do. Maybe I'll pull up this chair and put the microphone on the fucking chair.
Well, I've got the server up.
I can't. I was trying to find an ear.
I'm still loading.
Like reach. Oh, God. Okay, the microphone is now behind me. Can you hear me well?
I can
It's
still hear you.
a little quiet.
Okay, let me turn up the microphone real quick. I'm gonna back up to number 2. That's what it was at before.
I like that one of the loading screens for this mod is "Don't trust Littlefinger."
Okay, how's it sound?
You sound really
How's
distant.
the echo down?
Can you hear me well?
Not the best.
I can.
I still get echo. It like comes and
I don't
goes.
know what to say. I'd move the microphone. It's literally on a chair behind me.
Alright, well, just put it wherever it normally is.
No, because then you'll really get an echo. I was trying to, if I had a better device,
I'm gonna try muting Steve, and then... Actually, Chris. Let's both try muting Steve and seeing if that has any echo.
Okay,
Okay, just right-click on Steve's name and then, check mute.
okay, I muted him. You getting an echo?
Alright, keep talking. It sounds good at the moment.
Things, stuff. It's looking like Steve is the problem.
Yeah, it seems like it. Pretty good at the moment.
I'm unmuting him.
Okay. I'm gonna
You're
keep
no
it muted.
longer muted, Steve.
I'm keeping you muted for a minute if you want to just keep...
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, as soon as I unmuted you, I could hear the echo.
Yeah, it's exactly the same for me.
I'll turn down my speakers. See if that helps. Okay. You guys start talking.
Things, stuff.
I hear it a little bit, but it's not too bad.
Okay, you guys, I can't hear you quite as well, but I'll have to do. I don't know. I'm gonna have to find a way to like turn on the sensitivity of the microphone.
Yeah. But I'm sure there's a way you can kind of maneuver that.
Yeah.
Alright, but...
somewhere there should be a thing. What's funny is that I'm literally talking away from the microphone right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's behind me. Yeah.
Alright, but do you just want to load up the game?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I'm on the forum and I'm sifting through the bug reports to see if there's anything, but I haven't found it yet.
It has to be something that this is just less stable for the mod for some reason that doesn't want to play nice with Steve's internet.
Yeah, it appears to only be Steve that's unstable, though.
Yeah. Very strange. And doesn't Acorn's Ridge sound like the most wholesome place?
What place?
Acorn's Ridge. It's kind of east of the rock.
Oh, that's the place that's held by the Piper family. Sigil is a naked lady.
Hmm. Now let's hope that it doesn't desync again.
Or at least has a decency to desync later.
Alright, I'm gonna unpause.
So, John, the county of Godsfort
Mm-hmm.
that I'm currently sieging down, that's where Harrenhal is, or will be.
Okay,
That giant melted castle that Tywin was in for pretty much all of season.
yeah.
What the hell?
What?
Oh, never mind.
Alright, what province is it?
God's Fort.
Where is it in relation to you?
It's you see the lake, the God's Eye with the Isle of Faces?
Yeah.
North.
Okay, Godsport, gotcha. Godsfit.
Yeah, the lake is called the God's Eye.
Mm-hmm. Why all of a sudden can't I vassalize people? Like, a vassalization war.
What? Oh, it's probably you just gotta give it a couple days.
Okay.
It's that resetting thing.
Alright.
Try now.
Alright. Okay, yeah, I could do it. If I wanted to. If I had prestige, which I don't. But I also, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta give it a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what does that. Well, looks like the Ironwoods are expanding in Dorne.
Why do I... Going
They
through
usually
the
do.
treasury to account for today's earnings, it seems to me that the coffers seem to contain less than what we started with today. Either someone is stealing my gold, or I must be going mad. It's like the third time I've gotten that event.
That's a conclave event, so I can't tell you anything about it.
Ugh. Gonna need to keep an eye on who's making a lot of money.
Is it just me, or is it easier to get work for them?
Get what?
Yep.
Because I'm already at 71% in my war, and I only.
It depends on. It's if you see their capital is worth much more.
Well, I didn't take their capital. I just won a battle against their troops.
So what are you guys trying to do at the moment?
Get claims on the independent counts in the God's Eye.
Alright. How about you, Steve? What are you up to?
Damn it, Steve.
What'd you do?
He changed the name to New Stones.
Ugh.
Well, I can just keep conquering these people. Just all around me. Is there some reason not to just conquer everybody around me?
Well, not really.
You're gonna run out pretty soon.
Yeah. Keep in mind there's only 3 people left in your area that are not part of the Veil.
Right.
Or the Rock.
No, the Rock isn't. The Rock doesn't have anyone that he has.
Hey, the Dothraki.
Yeah, they do that occasionally.
Hemo the Rude. Conqueror of the entire world. He is rude.
He's also Temo.
Oh, I need more prestige now. Okay.
Wow. This is wonderful.
Yeah.
We should try to figure out what's up with this.
I'm still looking. I haven't found anything in the bug reports.
Because I mean, this isn't. I can't see this being an internet problem unless there's a very specific one with my provider. Because I mean, there's not much going on other than my computer with the internet. Like we've played, and there has been other things going on, downloading all that shit. So I mean, it's not. I doubt it's the internet unless.
It has to be the mod
providers have
of some sort.
What?
It has to be the mod from something, cause like, even if we don't, cause like, alright,
What
what?
if it installed incorrectly? No, it's exactly the same.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you should at some point try reinstalling it.
Probably.
Maybe I'll do some. Yeah, I don't know. Should we restart the game again, or what do you?
I mean, do you want to try it again?
We could, well, unless, do you need your troops right now?
No, but you have to keep in mind that it has a lot of like side effects.
Oh, true.
Which is that I end up spending a lot more money because events they still have an effect on the new. Like even though they've already happened, and so they have no more. Like if I jail somebody, when I click on the thing to do that event, it affects it. So if I already jailed somebody and it cost me prestige or something, when I do it again, it's gonna cost me prestige again, or money or whatever.
Well, I guess we could try restarting it one more time.
Alright, one last time.
If something's triggering it, I'm just not gonna go to war for a little. I don't think I can with too much of anybody, so there's one more person I can attack. So I'm gonna avoid that for now. We'll restart it, and I'll just. I mean, I can't go to war right now anyway, so. Okay, I'm gonna quit the game.
It really has to be something about how the mod is interacting with either your computer, the internet, like his internet, or how it's installed.
I'm thinking it's got to be like the installation because
I don't know about that.
it's only affecting him.
It might have to do because both me and my dad use the same Steam account for certain games. So he's gonna go on to the other account.
Wait, he's using it right now?
Yeah, he did it right now.
Was he using it the last
You can-
time?
Some games you can play even in off Steam, as long as it was online before. I was actually just
So was your dad using Steam on last time we played?
I don't know. I can't remember. Last one?
Well, I still haven't found anything. So
I've never seen anything that happen because of that before, even though we've been playing Crusader games. But
I think it has to be because of I mean, using the Steam at two places same time.
no, but the thing is, he isn't actually logged into Steam. The game is just running. It's used as a key to get into. Because the game is on the computer. The Steam is just required to access the Steam account.
well, I can't log into any game that's on my computer and in Steam without being logged into Steam.
Well, here you log into Steam, right? And someone else logs into the same Steam account. It disconnects you and asks you to re-log in. All you have to do is press Shift Tab, and you're back in the game. You continue playing. As long as the game saves straight to your computer, you can continue playing the game. So we'll see what happens. I highly doubt this problem because it's never had been an issue before, including with Crusader Kings.
Okay, I found a thread about the synchronization. The problem's not in the mod. The problem's in CK2 itself. It's just that the mod isn't calibrated to deal with it because it's not something that's in the mod.
Well, that doesn't...
It also says to stay away from Dragon.
From Dragon?
I'm not anywhere near a dragon.
Are you sure?
That's a very weird and mystical advice.
I'll be right back.
Okay, me too. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh wow, this is silly. How are you guys doing? How you doing, Alacron? Or you could just lurk. That's totally fine. Don't mind me. This is so weird. Freaking thing having trouble with the mama ball.
Okay, if I understand this correctly,
Mm-hmm.
there might be a way to somewhat fix it.
Mm-hmm.
We might all have to get the Westeros only mod when we do multiplayer.
Okay. Do you think Alacron? I mean,
Because
Essos is a problem.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's Essos that's the problem. I think it's the if I'm understanding this right, it's the dragons that are exacerbating an issue that's present in CK2, but isn't usually at the forefront.
Okay. Hmm.
In which case, we could, we could probably do later starts and with Essos and not have a problem.
Hmm.
But since at this point everyone in Valyria has a dragon,
Hmm. So, what would happen to this save if we were to have that no Valyria mod?
I have no idea. I've never used the no Valyria mod. And I guess even if we had to start over, we're not too far into this playthrough.
No. Have you ever zoomed in on the wall?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yep.
It's really just like a sliver of raised texture.
Yep.
I don't want to say it's lazy, but they didn't really care. Clearly.
Well, the map was made well before the mods. Well before the wall update to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually why there's so many titular titles, because it was made before Charlemagne.
Okay.
And that's why some titles, cannot be made if Charlemagne's active, because they're unnecessary.
Hmm.
But it was easier just to add the disabling key to it than to remove them entirely. But what I've tend to found is that in the kingdoms or kings that are more well attested to in like the books,
Mm-hmm.
they can be made even with Charlemagne active. Interestingly, though, mine can't be.
Huh.
Yeah, so the only way to get the Kingdom of Blackwood without it being a custom thing is to pick a start that it already exists at.
Hmm. Alright, well, Steve's gone. I'll be back. I'm just gonna go get some water.
That's actually not a bad idea. Anybody back yet?
Okay.
Hey, Steve.
Dude, you hear anything else?
I can hear you, Steve.
No, I mean, did you hear anything else about,
About what?
desync? What?
1 second. Sorry, I was chewing.
Oh, no, that's cool. One second. I'm gonna have a cigarette real quick.
Well, I was gonna explain what I think the problem is, if
Oh,
I understand it correctly. So the problem is some scripting oversight that exists in the base game, but usually isn't a problem. However, for some reason or another, the way the dragons are coded, they are exacerbating the problem. So, if I'm correct, then we might be able to essentially stabilize your connection by using the Westeros only submod.
oh.
Because you're right, you're nowhere near a dragon. All of the dragons are on Essos. So if we remove Essos, we remove all the dragons.
How do we do that?
Well, there's a submod that it was designed for computers that have difficulty running the game, because Essos is so big that essentially it just changes it so the map is only Westeros. It's one of the official submods, but I've never used it because my computer can run this mod. So why would I run a version that doesn't have everything in it?
I don't see why my computer wouldn't be able to.
No, your computer's running the mod. The problem is that because if I remember correctly, every time that the desync has happened, I think it was your computer. So it's the problem existed before, it's just for some reason the dragons are making it much more common. Whereas without them, you'd probably like desync once in like 4 months. But that's assuming I'm understanding what the thread was.
Well, here, I mean, my only issue with that is that I'm pretty sure it was more powerful computer.
Yes, you do have a more powerful.
I follow why
But
it would
my
affect
computer isn't desyncing.
Right. Could it be a RAM issue or a space? Okay, so how do we do this where we have a game already started? How are we supposed to get rid of Essos?
We might have to restart.
Is there another way to alleviate the problem? Could we get rid of Dragon? Is there any console command that was disabled?
I have no idea.
If that's a possibility. If we can find, there must be some console commands that are mod specific to this. If we can find one that can disable the dragons altogether, just prevent that code from going. If you go into cheats or something, if we have just have John type in that code.
I just disabled dragons? I don't know.
Disable.
I don't know what the cheats would be for this.
It's probably online somewhere.
The console commands for the mod, I don't know.
Well, they have to exist because, and I'd be almost certain they'd be out there I'm sure the people who created the mod, but the people who were interested. Kind of like how most games have them posted. Something of this size, I imagine, might give players a little bit of
Alright, I mean, I just found something on Reddit. Says you can't find the list of console commands for the Game of Thrones mod anywhere. Someone says they're the same as CK2 ones. Talk about education. Hold on.
I'll be right back. Gonna have a cigarette.
Yeah, in the thread, the only solution that was offered, and it was by a moderator of the forum, is to use the Westeros only submod, and then never birth a dragon.
Hmm. How is it? It's just talking about, like, that thread was only talking about traits.
This is only seem to be a problem when I'm at war. When I'm not at war, it doesn't seem to happen.
Okay, well, Well, you're not at war. Let's see if it's any more stable.
Yeah, let's try that. So I'm gonna have my cigarette. Well, I'll ready the game.
Juicy guy, Chris.
And
I'm ready.
Doesn't say you've got your guy chosen.
What the hell?
I did that too the first time. Don't worry. Okay, be back in
Yeah, so it looks like we might have to do any pre-dawn start with only Westeros, but we could probably do post-Doom starts with Essos.
Hmm. Bunch of desync while he's not even here.
Probably.
Freaking Rosby to myself, taking all the land.
Yep.
Old Stones, Blackwood, and Bill Rosby. The great kingdoms of Westeros. Can you imagine that? That'd have been so lame.
Oh, that's interesting. Apparently the Martells don't exist.
Hmm.
Oh, they died out.
Dang. Like while we were playing?
Yeah.
Huh. Was there only like 2 guys?
What happened was Marin Martell doesn't start with children, but he starts at 27.
Ah.
And he immediately got grayscale.
Dang.
Oh no, Grey Plague, which is worse.
Hmm.
So now in their place we have the Tanatel,
Hmm.
who have been absorbed by the Red March.
Hmm.
Oh, and I looked it up on the wiki. No one knows what the Red March is, just that the Ironwoods claim to be king of it.
Hmm. The Wyron Wood. Why
Yeah,
Ron Wood?
it's definitely Ironwood.
Hmm.
It took me forever to figure that out, though. I couldn't figure out how it was supposed to be pronounced. Until I read on the wiki that they're named after the tree, which is spelled with an I. Yeah, I completely expect them to become the kings of Dorne.
They're in a good place for it.
Yeah, if you don't do anything, that's usually what happens.
There's just no empire title for the Claw.
No, there's not one.
Huh.
It's part of the it's part of the Riverlands.
Technically, suppose,
Yeah.
but not de jure in this game.
Yeah, because yeah, the Claw the kingdom of the Claw is not considered de jure of the Trident. But the River Kings always considered the Claw part of their realm. Yeah, but they could never conquer it if I remember everything correctly. We'll probably see a king beyond the wall soon.
That'd be cool.
They pop up every now and then and usually don't amount to anything, unless the North is in a civil war. Then no one goes to help defend the Night's Watch and they win. And oftentimes then they conquer the North. And then weird things start happening.
Like what?
Well, remember how I was talking about the one game I played where the Andals conquered the North?
Huh.
Yeah, that only happened because the King Beyond the Wall conquered the North. So when the Andals invaded, none of his vassals sent him troops because they all hated him.
Hmm.
Because normally the North should never lose to Andal.
Yeah.
Pretty much, even when the game starts, you can build a force that will outmatch them.
Hmm.
And also, the North is not a priority target for Andal invaders, like the Vale or the Riverlands are.
Hmm.
If you're in the Vale or the Riverlands, you will never not be invaded by Andals. It can get pretty annoying.
bring them back.
Yeah, you haven't desynced yet, so.
Okay, so at least while it's paused, it won't do it. I mean, I can't declare war file anyway, so you should do so. It seems to be tied, in my opinion, it seems to have something to do with not just declaring raising the army.
Oop.
Because remember, I declared war once and didn't desync. First,
Of course, the 10% chance of getting depressed because my daughter died, and I get it. Of course. Yeah, it's like I found a province called Oakenshield. Like a little island in reach.
Oh. Oh, the Shield Islands.
Yeah.
They're called the Shield Islands because they're fortified against the Ironborn. They are to act as the Reach's shield against the Iron Men.
Hmm.
so John, you keep getting quieter.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's weird. Chris is louder.
How's that? I don't know what's up. Like, I haven't touched any of my sound settings.
No, I know. Strange.
Maybe that's just on your end. Like, I mean,
think
you
it
can
might
change
be.
up the volume of,
Discord?
yeah.
Let me see. Oh, no, right now.
It'd be cool if I could build Heron Paul.
Hmm.
But I don't think you can.
So there's no tech in this world.
Yeah.
There it is.
Well,
Yeah.
as long as I'm the raising the army. I don't know. It seems that
It has to be... I don't know. I can still see it being the problem with the dragons or whatever.
yeah, I think it's gotta be it.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to do to try and fix this? You want to try it without Essos?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to.
And I don't think that would work well with this mod. Like, with this save, would it?
I have no idea.
Do we have to download another mod?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, they definitely won't work with the save then.
So we're gonna try it again some other time?
Uh, let's all do the mod right now.
Let's download
What we
it?
could do for the rest of the night, we could just load up,
Yeah, we could just go back to the old...
Yeah, well,
hierarchy.
it's
because you try
almost 10, so
True.
but what I was gonna suggest is we close this down, we get the mod now while it's still fresh in our mind,
Mm-hmm.
and then we could test out to see if it works tomorrow, since tomorrow's Friday.
All right.
I mean, I may be busy after work, but
I kind of would keep. I do kind of want to keep streaming though.
yeah, I prefer to do Triarchy now. We can pick a day over the weekend to kind of like get it set up.
I mean, if it's a little
Do a few
late to
tests.
start something different, we can just call it for CK2 for now.
Yeah, it's almost 10.
All right. How about just what day works for you guys? Like to try this again, to try at least test out the mod.
Well, if you don't want to do it tomorrow, what about Saturday?
I'd be better for Sunday. Well, let me see. I'll be free after like 6 or 7 on Saturday. Sunday I could probably do at any point in the day if you wanted to like just do it like early even just to check it out.
Well, I'd be fine with doing it after 7 on Saturday.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
All right, so we'll do it on Saturday.
Yeah, let's just... Since we've already got the Discord up, let's just install the mod now so we don't forget about it.
Okay.
I
So
kind of.
It shouldn't take that long.
is it gonna be similar to this one with the
Yeah. It's actually the same link. It's found in the same thread.
All right, I'm just gonna cut the stream, and I'll be back in like probably less than 30 minutes. I'm gonna just get back to EU4 as Wales. All right, later, guys.
Okay.